going to talk about a movie that involves snakes and a plane. Not exactly your formula for a blockbuster. But it had Samuel L. Jackson. And Snakes on a Plane was one of these movies that they knew they had to do something different. New Line Cinemas were the ones that would bring this movie to the market. They had to do something different. And so I want to talk about another criteria of value that we relate to in the book when we're talking about this. So instead of creating a great site and just trying to be the end all for Snakes on a Plane, what they did is they opened it up. And they did have a site of their own for Snakes on a Plane, the official movie site. But then they made all of their assets available. So that you could get the logos, you could get pictures of Samuel L. Jackson from the movie, actual movie clips, you had audio, all these different things. And they encouraged people to build fan sites. And on the Snakes on a Plane site, they actually featured a fan site of the week. And they had people vote on the biggest fans. And they took the top bloggers and they actually invited them to the premiere. So they did a lot of these things to make these conversations interesting and to get people talking about it. One other thing that they did was, can we get that light down a little bit? Is they took Samuel L. Jackson's voice and and you could go to a microsite and you could enter some information about him, about yourself, about who you wanted him to call, and then a digital Samuel L. Jackson would actually call that person. And Patrick was probably interrupted a couple times a day for me sending him Samuel L. Jackson. But this gets to a great opportunity for them. So they were able to take this Snakes on a Plane movie that I had no interest in, except for Samuel L. Jackson. I could send his voice over to Patrick. And then we both got to hear about Snakes on a Plane. A movie about snakes, a plane, with Samuel L. Jackson opened #1 that weekend. It ended up being considered a moderate success, and they're actually thinking of a sequel for it. Snakes on a boat, maybe. But this gets to what another criteria of value that we talk about, which is transfer value. And transfer value is when I get interested in this marketing message, and then I want to go and share it with others. And so others get introduced to this marketing message from a trusted source. And in social media forums, they get introduced to it from a friend or a follower. So I as a marketer, can introduce this message to a single crowd, and then they will pass it on to others. And Good Morning America and others talk about it when something goes viral. You know, that's when a video has gone viral. That's when everybody's getting it in their inbox. And usually it's a kid that's coming home from the dentist and saying funny things, or a skateboarder that happens to hit a rail the wrong way. But you pass that along. So if you as a marketer can create something with transfer value, that creates real opportunities for you. And why is that important? Because if you are a brand and you want to talk to the consumers this way, talking to each consumer this way is a lot of work. There's no way you're going to reach them all. And there's a whole circle of people that you're going to be introduced to if you can just expand that circle. If you can get people talking to each other, if you can create transfer value. So if you can get people sharing your message in a trusted way with others, you can generate a lot more value than with just the audience that you reach.